Hello friends! Today I'm doing another portfolio update, and I currently have 3 investing portfolios, but one of them is with Freetrade and I just started it, so he's just too young to be on the internet, guys. We have to wait a little bit until I can show him. It's only like £3 in it. And the other two, I feel a little bit insecure about it because they're both with Trading212. But to be honest, it's not that big of a deal. It just bothers me that it's not all in one place. But in terms of investing, they are the same amount of investings. I will get dividends the exact same way, and I would get the growth the exact same way. It just looks a bit messy. And when I try to calculate what's the total amount I've invested in each fund or each company, it's quite messy because it's a little bit in this side, a little bit in that side, and it bothers me. But maybe I should get used to this. If I will start using Freetrade as well, it might create some duplication. I don't know, will it? I'll see how it goes, but this is the situation I have currently. So starting with my investing portfolio, I have £1,112 invested, and I took all the cash out of it. This is just strictly money that is invested. And would you look at that, get a free share if you want to use the link in the description bar below. Maybe if you want to, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Otherwise, this portfolio is in negative. I have minus 1.53%, £12 lost, which is fine. Like, the market will always fluctuate, and I'll have days when it's on the positive and days when it's on the negative. And it has been a period that the market has been quite low this past week, so it has been a good time for me to buy. Like, I bought quite a few more things in my ISA. And then when I go into my actual investments, all this iShare Core, UK Property, FTSE 100, S&P 500 are all index funds. Still, my largest amount of money in the investing account, although I'm in the process of moving it, it's in index funds. And the largest amount, £700, is in the S&P 500, so it's quite well diversified. And this is what I'm trying to do. You'll see with my ISA, I'm trying to get a lot more into index funds. It's also been quite a good time to buy index funds, so yeah, I bought quite a lot of index funds. But then I also have BP and Johnson & Johnson, Royal Dutch Shell, smaller amounts, Secure Income, even smaller, Taylor Wimpey, Renewable, in the £10 to £20 mark. And I think with these ones, I'll just wait for the market to go a little bit better, and like maybe the renewable infrastructure group is already 6.22% higher, so I plan on selling these ones and repurchasing them in my ISA. But I'm also waiting to get the dividends from them, and once I get the dividends, I will sell them if they are positive, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying. And then at the bottom, another £110 invested in it's the FTSE All World High Dividend Yield, I think. Let's go to my ISA. If I just scroll along, ISA, my portfolio is £2,151 invested, and it shows me at the top the ISA utilization, so I'm 13% of my ISA utilized. Having a too full of an ISA is not a problem I think I will have, but I really wish I had. But it's good to have, it's good to have. This one is also on a negative return. It's a minus 4% loss, 4.18% loss, and £93. Which is quite a big one, but again, it was a good time to buy. I bought quite a lot of index funds in the past month or so, and yeah, it kept going down. Like, I will have to even buy more. I don't have that much money left, but I will keep investing them because it's a low time in the market, and I'll just show you right now how it looks for the index funds. Okay, I have some BP and Intel, smaller amounts, under 100 for each of them, and they're both on the negative, minus 11%, minus 8%, which is a bit worrying when you invest in companies and you see such a low drop in them. But again, markets fluctuate, it's fine. I don't plan on buying more in these companies, so not that stoked to see it drop because I don't want more stocks. But the two iShare Core, FTSE 100 and S&P 500, the index funds of the big market allocations in the top 100 and top 500 companies in the stock exchange. I have 308 and 147, and they've both been going down, and they were going down before. That's why I bought all these amounts, because I was not that high invested in my ISA before. And yeah, they keep on going down, so in the principle, I probably will buy more as soon as I get more money. I will buy more of the stocks, but they're not that low. But it's a good time to buy, because I know long term I want to be invested very heavily in index funds, so it's a good time for me to make a big investment, and maybe in time I can focus more on individual companies if I already made a big lump sum investment. I say lump sum, but I always buy like small amounts, Monday, like Wednesday, Sunday, and then another week later, but lump sum within a month. Then I have Johnson & Johnson share, National Grid share, a couple of Realty Income shares, just a smaller amount, that they're all negative, everything is just going down at the moment. Royal Dutch 10 shares, Taylor Wimpey 52 shares, and then at the bottom I have some Vanguard FTSE 100, Vanguard FTSE all world high dividend yield, and a FTSE and the S&P 500. What am I saying? So 3 Vanguard funds that are quite similar to the ones, they are the same as the one above, the iShare FTSE 100, iShare S&P 500, and I only bought them because the price fluctuates differently, so I bought depending on like what the percentage to buy is lower in this one or in that one, and then I can buy more for whatever amount in the other one. But also I like the diversification of having both iShare and Vanguard funds, just to have a better distribution. I don't think it makes much of a difference, to be honest, but it doesn't bother me. I like having different companies managing the funds, I suppose. And my largest amount is once again in the FTSE 100, 669 pounds, and you can see that's because it's the lowest. I lost the most money, 3.43, so it's a good time to buy once again, because I'm trying to cost average, and I've bought at higher values in the past, and now I can buy at even lower values, but that was the past couple of weeks, so not a huge fluctuation, but it's good that I can add a bit more to the FTSE 100, and when I see a bigger fluctuation in one of the other two, I will buy more into the other two as well. But I'm pretty happy with the allocation. If I see like the FTSE 100 Vanguard being my highest, iShare Core FTSE 100 my second highest, then a Vanguard FTSE All World High Dividend Yield, oh, that's hard to say, third one. And yeah, my top investments are all in index funds, which is what I wanted, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm quite expecting most of these index funds to be paying my dividends in September, so I'm quite looking forward to getting some pay after all this money losing and transfers. And if you watch my journey before, I had quite a lot of moving from one account to another and losing money in the meantime, so I'm quite looking forward to doing a good job and getting my dividends in September. Like I said before, this is not perfect. I'm not exactly where I want to be. I don't have all the things I want to have in my portfolio. I don't have the allocations I aspire to have in my portfolio, but it is a work in progress. And because I'm sharing my journey, I think it's realistic to know, like, okay, you might start with an investing account, and then you might want to switch to an ISA when things are getting a bit more complicated. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend, and see you next time. Bye!